Good day, guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name remains Ademola Badmos. If this is your first time, do not forget to like and subscribe and share amongst your friends. Your criticism is also welcomed. I would recommend you watch the previous series on Java and Selenium before you go ahead with the Java, Selenium, and Cucumber series so that you would be able to understand it better. It is not to say that you won't understand this, but it will make it a smoother ride for you. So in this video, we will concentrate. We have been able to implement our page object model. We've been able to implement our page object model, and we have 4 features running. But we can improve on what we have written. We can make it more, we can reduce its flakiness and all of those possibilities by giving it some considerations, and we can increase the reusability of what we have written. So that is what we are going to start with. But in the first instance, we are going to concentrate on doing this inside our page object class. So what we'll do here essentially would not affect what runs here at the moment. Nothing will be affected at this point. It is also important to tell you that you do not have to do anything in a particular order, whether ascending or descending, because the steps would only go and look for each step will look for the corresponding implementation that is needed. Okay, so with that being said, let's get to improving this. So I did mention in the last video that since we are doing a lot of insertion, we are writing a lot of text, we could actually create a method that could help us just type anything into anywhere instead of having one that is specific, because this particular step at this point is only useful to inserting a problem user, and this is only useful to inserting a glitch user. So we should be able to create a kind of method that we can use generically. Equally here, that we actually also viewed a text on the page, and we also viewed a text on the page here. Instead of having one that is specific to a particular thing, we could have something generic. So let us just quickly create that. I would like to create this in a private scope. Why? I would like to create in a private scope because it is only applicable to the class. It is not needed for anything outside there. So we'll just create one that is private. So let's call this one insert a text. So in the insert a text method, what do we need to do? Ideally, if we want to insert any text, what is needed? We need the text field, we need the identity of the text field, and the text we want to insert in the field itself. So because that is already established for us, it is quite easy for us to just say, let's just copy what is here. Let's copy what is here and paste, right? But we'll remove this, and we'll also remove this. Yes, because this field here represents the text field where we need to insert the text, while this field represents the actual text. But because we don't know which one yet, we want to make it dynamic, and we've already stored all the things that we are collecting as string, so which means that our text would accept a string text field. Let's call it a text field, right? A string text field, and also a string text. So it means anywhere it sees the text field, right, it should insert a text. Now the thing is this: what if the text field is not displayed on time? Then we should consider making it foolproof that yes, wait for it intuitively. So we use our wait command and do a wait, which we have already established here. That means the driver will wait for 10 seconds, but within that 10 seconds, wait until an expected condition is met. An expected condition is met. What kind of condition are we hoping to meet? Most likely the presence of the element should be located, right? So when the presence of element is located, how should it be located? It should be located by a CSS selector, and that CSS selector would also be the text field, because that is the ID we are using. Okay, so once it has been able to wait for this, then it can easily just insert this for us. It can just type the text for us, and that would work fine. So I think it's time we try it. So in order to call it now, what we just need to do is we just need to put this command called this dot. It brings out all the methods created inside this particular class will be brought out. So we can take the insert a text. That's the one that we need. So with the insert a text, we just need to join it to this. With the insert a text, we need to join it to this point. So the insert a text field will work this way. It has accepted the username field, right? And it has also accepted the standard user. Okay, so let's test this and see if it works. Standard user should be able to log in successfully. If not, that means something is wrong with what we've done. And you can see it still works. The glitch user is about to log in. It worked. And the locked out user too also worked. Okay. There is something we didn't do on the locked out user. What's the last part of the locked out user? An error message should appear. So we should get into the login steps. After the error message appears, we should also put the lps.teardown. Yes. So each of the two times that we've run this did not close. So we've been able to successfully do the insert. Now let's do the same thing for the page verification. So now that we've done this for insert a text, we can do this. We can just copy this and put it everywhere else where we've inserted something. We can put it there and just put the expected. We just put the expected user there. So this is a glitch user. And also the problem user. So this would definitely work. Now moving on. Oh, also for password, we can use it for password as well. So this time around we'll change the password field. We didn't change the username field because it is the same place. So password field, and we change the pass text too. Okay, so this will work for everywhere we've inserted the password or these usernames. Okay, now we could easily do the same thing for the view pages because we've used it twice. So we can have something like that too. So let me copy this and change it to private. We can put it anywhere. So I will have it here, private view page, or I can call it verify page. Yeah, verify page is fine. Now in this case we need a field, we need an element here, and we also need the element text that we are expecting. So it will take two arguments. It will take a string element. Once it sees the element, then it verifies it against a string expected text. So here we can put the element here, because once it gets the element, it extracts the text and it verifies it against the expected text. Okay, so this is the way this would work. So let us test it. So what's the name of the thing? Is it's not going to be public, it has to be private. So here, so let's call it inside this place. So we say this dot verify page. Okay, and what do we need there? We need this banner, right? And we need the error message, and that would work. Okay, but just like the first one too, there is something we should put in that particular method. Just like the first one, there is something else we also need to put in the particular method. We should be able to verify that the element that we are looking for is actually there first. So what we just need to do is just find the element, make sure that the element is present, and we extract it and check. So now that we've done it for error message, let's run the test all over again. If everything passes, then it works. So we can just use it to replace that of the standard user too. And let's see. Yep, so everything worked. So we can easily, instead of having two steps written here, we can just have one. So we can come to this dot verify, right? And we'll put the product header, put it here, and we can hide products. We can also hide products here in our selectors. So we can come here and say string product title equals this, right? So that way we can say product title. So we can put the product title here and remove all of this. So let's test it again and see that it works. If it works, then we are good and we can stop this video, and in the next video we will now look at what we can do to improve all the steps that we've written in our feature file, the Gherkin syntax that we've written, how we can improve it and make sure that we write less lines and do more with it. Yes, as you can see, everything passed, and all tests passed, 4 passed, 20 steps. So we have been able to do that. So thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and in the next video we will talk about how we can improve on our feature file, how we can reduce the number of steps that we've written. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.